guys, welcome to No Ordinary Woman Chat Show. I'm your host, Miss Kazmak. Now guys, if you've been watching our shows recently or 7 months ago, you know what you got to do. You've got to subscribe, you got to share, and you just got to let everybody know about this amazing platform where we have amazing, no ordinary women who come on the show and share their journey to inspire you to become who God has created you to be. So I need you to watch this advert and join me on the other side to meet the phenomenal, no ordinary woman that we have on the show today. See you in a bit.
Have all your favourite Caribbean produce delivered from backyard straight to your door. Ebony Status Caribbean Produce home delivery box service is here, and we aim to carry the load of your weekly shopping. We select and deliver to you the finest fresh produce, including Jamaican sweet potato, yam, okra, breadfruit and more. You can expect to be delighted with the quality, value and price, but above all, our service. Order online today at www.ebonystatus.com or call 07887 895 247. Ebony Status Caribbean Produce, from backyard straight to your door.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that advert. Well, welcome back, and I'm your host, Miss Kazmak, just in case you're just looking in. Now, I did mention I have an amazing, no ordinary woman on show. Okay, so this lady is a CEO of an amazing product, a product that all women actually got a straightener in their handbag or in their house or something like that. And this lady, her name is called Lisa-Lyna. Now, Lisa-Lyna, mate, the name by itself is unique, yeah? But let me, further ado, introduce you to this amazing, no ordinary woman. Hey girl, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you,
Why are you
Simon.
laughing at me? Because of that
Because I know, because you're struggling with the name, and everyone does. It's
okay,
fine.
so can I just call you Lisa?
Call me Lisa.
Oh,
Call me Lisa.
Charlie. You're my kind of people. You know when you just want to make up names and you just say, and people are thinking, but hold on, she's hosting the show and she don't even know the name. I know the name, but it's just so. But you know what? It's nice, Lisa-Lyna.
Lisa-Lyna, yeah.
I mean, see, I know you. Listen, I know your name, but where did your name come from?
I know. So it's a mix from both of my grandmothers, so my maternal and my paternal grandmother. So my maternal grandmother was called Selena. So the Lena was taken from Selena.
Right.
And then my paternal grandmother was called Elizabeth. So the Lisa was taken from that. So they put it together. So it's Lisa-Lyna. So it is unique. I'm the only one in the world that has it. I Googled it.
So is that how your product name of LiLy SaNa HairCare, because it's your name and then spelled back?
Exactly. So it's literally, so you've got so with the LiLy SaNa HairCare, you've got the LI is from the Lisa, the LY is from the Lena, and then the SaNa, the SA is from the Lisa, and the NA is from the Lena. So I know.
Creative with your name.
I tried.
You didn't try, man. You did. You done that, man.
Yes.
That is your name.
Yeah.
But you are the CEO of this amazing product.
I am.
Please just tell our viewers about you.
Definitely.
First and foremost.
Okay. So in terms of my business, about me, so I brought out my own product, my own brand of hair straighteners. And it's called LiLy SaNa HairCare, as we discussed. But yeah, I think for me, the whole aim of bringing out my own products was just because I felt there was a gap in the market to bring out hair straighteners that could be used by all hair types. And when I say all hair types, I mean people with natural hair as well, not just European types of hair. And bringing it out at a quality that you would expect to get if you paid a lot of money, but you pay less and still get that same quality. And I felt there was like a gap in the market to do that, because I found that people spend crazy money on bigger brands, like, you know, we've got GHD, exactly, we've got we've got Area Beauty, which their straighteners go up to like $350 and things.
Crazy,
it's crazy, and people spend this money, and I just kind of felt like, well, of course you want to have good hair, right? But what if you could pay a cheaper amount and still be able to get the same kind of quality that you would when you spend well over £100 or £200 on a hair straightener? So it was about trying to bring out something that could be used by all hair types at an affordable price. And I did my research, and I thought, I'm not just going to bring out any kind of product. And I thought I'd look and see what was out there. And that's when I found out about Tourmaline. So I don't know, have you heard about Tourmaline?
No, yeah, because I was going to ask you, because when I was reading your bio and everything else, what exactly is Tourmaline?
Yeah.
What is the...
So you get different types of plates on the market. So quite commonly people know about ceramic hair straighteners.
Yes.
So those are the plates that actually go on the actual straightener. So you get different types. You get like ionic, you get titanium. And then Tourmaline is another type of plate. It's more recent. It's considered the gold standard when it comes to hair straightening because of the way that it allows heat to be evenly distributed throughout the plate. So without boring you.
No, you're not boring me. I'm fascinated by this.
I know, because I always feel like when I'm going on, people are like, what is all of this? But basically what it means is, you know, when you're straightening your hair sometimes, and you find that when you're straightening hair, you have to keep going over and over the same spot. That's because on the other different types of plates, they tend to have hot spots.
Is that why? Because you know, sometimes like I think it's on a GHD. You know, like in the middle, it tends to be more browner than everywhere else. Because obviously, I thought it was maybe because of the products and things like that. But is that because you're always having to smooth it out there to get the?
It generally means that certain spots are hotter than others. So what you'll find is if you've got a plate and there's only certain spots are hot, some are a little bit colder, you're not going to get consistent heat throughout your hair. Right. So you're then going to have to keep going over it to try and get that sleek finish. But if the heat's evenly distributed, so from the whole way the whole way through, it means when you take like a piece of hair and you start to go straighten it down, it's consistent heat from the top to the bottom. And that's why with my straighteners, usually you get straightened hair in like 1-2 strokes the most. That's amazing. And that reduces heat damage, and that's one of the things I want to promote, because obviously, if you're using heated tools, there's always going to be that proportion of damage that can be applied to hair because of heat. But it's about minimizing the heat damage. Yes. And Tourmaline does that fantastically.
That sounds so amazing. But in regards to your product itself, what's the price range? Because obviously you said it's a lot more cheaper in comparison to GHD, etc.
Yeah. So it ranges. So I've got 3 products at the moment, so it ranges from $64.99 up to $79.99.
Right.
And
that's good.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I never ever want it to go over that $79.99 mark. And that's what it's all about. I think at the moment you get brands, so many straighteners out there that can go well over the £100 excess range, and I don't want that. I want my product to give you the exact same thing. So I want you to have automatic shut off as you would. So if you leave your house and you forget to you forget them on, they need to go off. You need to have digital adjustable temperature setting, because some straighteners, which I'm still quite surprised they do at the moment, but some straighteners have one optimum heat. So you switch it on and it's one heat. Yeah. And every hair type is different. And I believe that you should be able to digitally adjust your temperature setting to suit your hair type. If you've got silky European hair, you're not going to probably need as high heat as you would if you have thick afro hair. So what I always make sure is all my straighteners have that digital adjustable temperature setting. It's little things like that you want your straighteners to have. And these are things that tend to mean that your straighteners are going to be more higher priced on the market. So I'm giving you that stuff, but I'm not giving you the price that you would expect to pay at. So,
that's amazing. But in regards, I mean, obviously, you know, when you was researching, was you just looking to see if there was just like a niche in the market for this? Because obviously, you know.
Yeah, no, do you know, it actually happened by accident, funnily enough. Like for me, what I was actually trying to do at the moment, because I've got natural hair underneath this mass, I tend to do a lot of protective hairstyling, but I have natural hair and I like to show it sometimes. But I'm one of those naturals that actually doesn't mind applying heat. So, you know, with naturals, we try and avoid applying heat. But I don't mind. And originally what I was trying to do was actually try and find a straightener for myself that I thought was actually going to be safe to use on my hair. Because I used to do, long before lace closure, I used to do leave out. So I used to leave parts of my hair out.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Yeah, do you remember? Yeah. So I wanted to have a hair straightener that I could straighten my hair and blend it in. And so I started doing my research, and that was when I actually found out about Tourmaline hair straighteners. They're a lot more common in America. We do have Tourmaline plates here in the UK, don't get me wrong, but they tend to be quite highly priced. Okay. And that's when I was looking into them. I found out about them being good for afro hair. And then I started looking at the prices, and the prices were crazy. And I was like, before then I actually didn't really own a pair of straighteners like that. I'd had some that were gifted to me, but I was like, is this the price that people are paying for hair straighteners? And then my mind just started ticking, and I was like, what if, and it was literally just a what if moment. I was like, what if I could bring out a product that was giving me good quality, like I would expect for Tourmaline, but then bring it out at a cheaper price? And what if I'm bringing out a product that wouldn't be just for naturals, but for all hair types? Because I'm thinking, if I want a good quality hair straightener, but not to pay too much, then I'm sure other people, regardless of race, ethnicity, hair, do you know what I mean? They'll want that as well. And that was when I started thinking about, okay, let me see if I can do this. And that's when the research started, and I really started looking into bringing out my own product, and it was interesting.
So when did you start, when did the journey start in regards to the straighteners?
Yeah, so we launched last year, 15th of July 2016, and it was probably about 6 months prior to that. So just towards the end of 2015 was when I really started, and I was like, do you know what, I'm going to look into how I can actually bring out my own product. Yeah. So it really, 6 to 7 months is actually not a long time. And I'm really thankful to God, because I feel like doors were just opening. Once I had the idea in my mind, things were just happening. Do you know what I mean? So it was quite interesting, to be honest with you. But
that's fantastic. Because the fact of the matter is, you know, it's like, you're looking for a solution for yourself.
Yeah.
But it's not even just a solution for yourself, because there's so many other women that's in the same boat as yourself. So you find a solution for all of those other women as well at the same time. So you know
men,
what, well
some
done
men
for
use
you.
hair straighteners too.
Listen,
and
let's not get it twisted. Yeah, I know
and
this.
I'm like, I want all of y'all to use this hair straightener.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
We ain't biased around here. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly that. So it's been an amazing journey. I mean, for me, just bringing out my own products was difficult in itself, because I kind of thought, is this really possible? Because like, you know, you normally hear about bigger brands, like, you know, they have like millions of pounds behind them. They can bring out whatever they want. I'm one single person that's thinking, I want to bring out my own electronic product within the UK. It hasn't really been done, not within Europe. I mean, in America, it's more common. You get individuals that have money that can do that. But for me, a young black woman bringing out her own brand of hair straighteners, just to do that in itself, the protocol that I had to go through was a difficult one.
What was the protocol?
Yeah, so if I'm going to sell electronic products in the UK, there's certain standards and regulations in which my manufacturers have to adhere to for my products to be sold. So that in itself was a bit of a trying period, but obviously it's fine, and we thank God for that. But it was just things that I hadn't even thought about before on my journey to bring out this product. I now started embarking on things and I'm like, oh my God, like really? And then I thought to myself, it makes sense why people do it with bigger, like, do you know what I mean? When they've got money and stuff, because they know about this stuff, and they have people and expertise that they would hire, do you know what I mean, that know about things. But I was learning about things on the go as I was going. But I'm so thankful. Because
but how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I'm 29.
You're 29. And I think that's phenomenal, in a sense of, you know, you've just stepped out, because obviously you're looking at your competitors who's around you, like you said, GHD, Remington, and all of those big boys. But you didn't allow that to put fear to you. You can stop and we can look at, but the fact is you're doing it. That's amazing, and well done to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But in regards to doing, you know, like having your products and everything else, in terms of doing the business and everything, did you come from like a business background, or did you do studies in business?
Nothing at all.
Really?
Honestly, I studied psychology and health.
Hey.
I know. I studied psychology and health. I did my master's in applied clinical health psychology. I know. I did. I literally don't have a business background. And it's you know, that's such a good question you asked me, because I speak to people, right? And I always say, like, you know, some people, they found their businesses and their stuff, and they're like, I've always known I wanted to own my own business. I didn't actually think I wanted to own my own business. And I literally say it literally came about by God and by, do you know what I mean, just putting something in my way, because before then I hadn't really thought about owning my own business. So no, I hadn't. And I had to learn things as I'm going along. Do you know what I mean? But it's amazing, because I'm one of those people where when I'm interested in something, I'll throw myself into it. So I may not have studied business, but I'm basically studying it now. The reading that I'm doing, the things I'm learning about marketing, the talks I'm going on, it's all stuff that I'm like, well, I can learn now. Do you know what I mean? And it's a process. And
that's
stuff.
great. And the great thing about it as well, because as much as, yes, you did your degree, you got your masters and everything else, but it's helped you to be able to have that discipline, to be able to know how to research and everything else. Because how did you research in terms of be able to get at a cheaper cost? How did you do that? I mean,
do you know what? Online and actually flying out.
Really?
I actually flew out to my manufacturers, and that was one of the things that I always encourage with, because my manufacturer's not in the UK. But one of the things I feel that people do is you'll use just your online resource. You'll find a great deal and you'll plow money into it, and you don't know what you're putting your money into. It may seem great online, but I always encourage people to go out there, meet with your manufacturers, see the working conditions, you know, see certain things. And for me, those were the two things that really made a difference. So that online research and being able to back that with actually meeting up, those face-to-face contacts, and establishing how we're going to move forward with my products, I think is really important.
Could you also share your social media and your website, of course, to our viewers, so they can also go and buy your products?
Please buy it. Your hair will thank you for it. So we're on Twitter. So LiLy _SaNa _HC. So that's LiLy _SaNa _HC. On Instagram, LiLy _SaNa _HairCare. And on the website, which is where you can actually buy the straighteners from directly, and it's free shipping within the UK. It's www.LiLySaNaHairCare.com.
Excellent, thank you so much. What are the challenges you face since?
I think for me the biggest challenge is getting that recognition, that brand recognition, and it's understandable. I think people are so used to what they know already, and it takes a lot to step outside of your comfort zone and buy a product that you probably haven't heard of beforehand. I think so for me that was the biggest challenge, and that is continuing to be the biggest challenge, because it's such a fantastic product, and I think for me I can say it, but it's only until people really try it and get to know the brand that they realise just how great it is, which is why I regularly attend pop-up shops and stores, and I exhibit my products, because when people actually get to try it, they realise this is actually a fantastic product. So for me, it's getting that recognition out there, and it's been a process, it really has, but things have happened. You know, in terms of trying to get that, I mean, just this year we got published in Pride magazine in the January issue, and it was like amazing, because I've grown up around Pride magazine, an amazing black hair and beauty show, you know, and since then had a nomination for Precious Hair and Beauty Awards for Best Innovation. Didn't win, but got through as a finalist, and it was like,
come on now,
these things are helping to promote the brand.
Because people are recognising.
Exactly, and that's what I need. But I mean, for me, getting that recognition at first was really difficult, and now it's just continuing to grow that brand, continuing to let people know that there are other options. It's not just GHD, it's not just Remington, there are other things out there. But I think it's all a process, and I guess as time goes on, consistency will allow the brand to grow.
Fantastic. But do you find, you know, in terms of because like obviously you're saying it, you know, it's getting that recognition from others, etc. When you say others, but other, you know, people to be able to support, purchase your product. Were there any times that you just felt like, oh God, I just cannot do this anymore? Of course. You know,
I think.
How did you overcome that?
I think that's so natural. I think there are certain periods, because the thing about this as well is that there are certain periods where sales will be flying through the roof, and then there'll be other periods where the sales won't be flying through the roof like they have been. And you kind of feel like, oh my God, okay, maybe people don't really, you know, is there any point in this? But for me, I look at what I've done and where I've come. In the year of since launching, I look back at what's happened. I've had radio interviews. I've been invited to talk on TV. I've been in magazines, multiple magazines.
And you're not Ordinary Woman Chat Show.
I'm here, and I am blessed. Come on now. Like honestly, seriously, so many things have happened. I think that's actually a year. That's actually a small amount of time for the things that have been happening in my business to be happening. So I've got to keep pushing. And nothing happens overnight. Do you know what I mean? And I think for me, the times when I do kind of feel like, oh my God, is there any point? I just look at where I've come, how far I've come, and I'm like, well, do you know what? I'm not going to give up now. I can't give up now. God didn't allow me to do this for no reason. He wouldn't have given me this idea, allowed me to get my product here, get it selling, for me to turn around and say, actually, you know what? It's all right, God. It's cool. So no, I just keep focused, and I think, no, it's gonna work. We're gonna rival the big brands, like I know we can, you know. So I just gotta keep pushing.
For you. So in regards to your product itself, do you have a full-time job, or is this just your main focus?
No, I have a full-time job. So I work in public health as well as doing this. So I mean, I think for every entrepreneur, the main aim is to always push your brand to that point where you can be full-time doing that. You know? And I think for me, it's about trying to get to that point, and it will happen. By the grace of God, it will happen. But at the moment, I have to balance the two, and it's tiring, but you do it. You know?
And it's your investment, because I was listening to Lisa Nicole, and she was saying, you know, I think not actually listened to it. I was reading one of her books, and The Abundance Now. That's it. And she was saying that, you know, sometimes as being entrepreneurs, we just feel, okay, I'm just going to do this, but hold on a second, how you going to eat, how you going to pay your bills, how you going to do, so you got to look at that job as being your investment to the actual business or whatever it is that you're actually doing, because, you know, you need the revenue to come in to be able to support that. How are you going to go out there, go to wherever you have to go and get the products and everything?
I couldn't have said it any better. And do you know what? I think this is something that people tend to play with the idea or get a bit confused about, and feel like if you've got your own business, you need to give up your day job, you need to focus on your business, and that's the only way to make it work. Whilst I understand why people say that, because they feel that if you're just focusing on that and that's all you can do, if you don't do that, you won't eat, you won't, do you know what I mean? You feel like you're gonna have that drive to make it work. But then at the same time, you have to be realistic, and sometimes things do take time.
Yeah.
And if that means having a full-time job or a part-time job to then sustain your business, that's what you need to do. I mean, without my job, I wouldn't have had the money to be able to invest into my business, to push it forward. And I think these are the things we really need to think about. And it's such a good point that you make.
Because I think it's very important. The reason why I say that, because I think even for myself, there was a stage when I wasn't working and everything else, and I was just thought, oh, I don't really want to go and work for anybody else. And, you know, we get into that kind of mode. But the truth of the matter is, you need, until that get to that level where you need it to go, you're going to have to do, you know, you're going to have to work. And what I also believe as well, it's not even just about the money to be able to invest. It's also to invest, to develop you, your character and everything else, you know. Practicing to be patient, you know,
to lead,
all of those things is so important, because I think sometimes we just like, I don't want to take no orders from anybody. Why do you have such an issue of taking orders from anybody? It's not that it's an issue, but how then do you practice to be able to give to somebody else that's going to be, you know, working for you later on in the future, if you don't even know the ropes of being in that position?
You're so right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So
you know,
literally, you need to learn to work under people, serve under people, know how it is to then take those skills and be able to grow your own business, be able to delegate in your own business. And I think these are the things, that the skills that we need to learn working under other people. And I think it's such a good point. Literally, I think being able to learn how to work with other people as well, and these are kind of things that you get from being in a job. You know, and you can use that and transfer the transferable skills. Absolutely. Use it in your actual business. So definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So what upcoming events have you got, or what's happening next for you?
Yeah, well, for me, I think it's all just, this is all a part of where I say just trying to grow the brand. So I'm constantly trying to apply for different things, and I think at the moment it's all a bit up in the air in terms of exactly what next to do, other than just trying to really push the brand and really just trying to get it out there and get my brand moved from online to offline. So I want to be able to get it stocked in shops, and I think that's one of the things I'm really focusing. Yeah, it will happen, but it's really just about trying to push forward with that. But yeah, so we shall see what the future holds.
Excellent.
Just continue pushing.
So what would you say to a young person that, you know, has got a business idea and you know, they want to step out, but they're just a bit scared, not sure? What would you actually how would you encourage that person, if you don't mind speaking?
No, of course. So I would say two things. Firstly, I would say do it. That's always the first thing that I say, and the reason I say that is because a lot of the time we kind of get caught up on our fears, and we feel like if we've got an idea or a business idea, how do we push forward with that? Is it going to work? But something that I always stick by is, if you can think about something, guaranteed somebody else can think about that same thing. And if you don't push and bring that idea to life, somebody else will. It's just a matter of time. And how will you feel knowing that, oh my God, that was my idea, I thought about that and I didn't do it? Of course, we know nothing is new in this world, but it's just about, if you really have an idea and you have a passion about something, do it. Don't procrastinate. And secondly, consistency. When you do start to do it, work on the things that you know actually work and continue pushing. Those are the two things that I think will really, really help every budding entrepreneur out there.
Thank you so much. I mean, you're advising the views, but you're also advising me too, you know. But thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for coming on the show, and just really well done for what you are doing and everything else. And, you know, continue to do it, because it's unusual. It's unique what you're doing, especially within the UK, and you know, being a black woman as well, and just going out there and you're young and you're just like, I'm just doing, you know. Well done, and just keep striving. And also, you did give us the social media feeds. I was just going to ask you that again. I was listening. But yes, but thank you so much. So guys, thank you for watching No Ordinary Woman Chat Show. Make sure you subscribe, share and comment below. Until next time, we see you on the other side. See you later. Ciao.
Woman, you are the key. It's only natural.